Alright, what's good YouTube? Kony here, and today, we're going over my experience at Smash Camp 2022. In my last video, how I won Smash Camp basketball with Aiden from the yard, I covered the 3v3 basketball tournament that took place at Smash Camp. So, I'll obviously skim over that part of the event in this video, as that video, how I won Smash Camp basketball with Aiden from the yard, already covers the 3v3 basketball tournament in detail. That being said, the tournament merely took place on the third and final day of the event, so there's still lots to share about Smash Camp, as my prior video barely touches on the Smash or Camp aspects that the tournament's so well known for. So, we still have a whole 2.5 days to look at, including both my Melee singles and doubles brackets, as well as my general experience there, hanging out and enjoying Smash Camp. So before we finally get to the vlog footage of day 1, Chillin and I were running quite a bit late, way later than anyone else in our cabin. In fact, if we look at the schedule, I don't even think we were in Arizona yet when the first event of the day, Cabin Cruise, started, as we have been waiting to pick up my newly printed and first ever tech skill drop. I'll keep it short this time, as I don't have much new news yet, as I'm still working and plotting on releasing the next drop. But Tech Skill is my recently launched clothing brand, and Smash Camp was the first tournament that I made items for, as a test launch before selling a bigger drop out of my car at Genesis. I think I literally only printed like 4 hoodies for this tournament, so shout out to all the day ones who copped one. But if you're interested in keeping up with Tech Skill, follow us on Twitter at TechSkill. But yeah, after picking up the recently printed Tech Skill, Jalen and I were off, leaving SoCal much later than intended, given that's around a 6 to 7 hour drive to Prescott, Arizona, where Smash Camp was taking place. If you didn't watch my last video, or if you don't know who Jalen is, he's my best friend and former college roommate, and we teamed at 2 events at this tournament, Melee doubles, and the 3v3 basketball tournament with Aiden. He used to go by the tag Z, but now he goes by Clippy, so I figured I'd add that. So, finally onto the vlog footage. Due to us leaving SoCal so late as a result of my poor planning and needing to pick up the recently printed tech skill, we'd forgotten to film an intro until we were already a couple hours on the road. So here we are, somewhere from the I-10 East on the Sonoran Desert, still in California, as we're trying to make it out of the state and get into Arizona before making our first stop. Enjoy! Alright, what's good YouTube? Kony here. And as you guys can see, we're on the road. Me and Jalen, me and Z, we're going to Smash Camp. If you guys don't know what Smash Camp is, it's actually like a camping tournament. So yeah, if you've never heard of Smash Camp before, it's hosted by Nick Yingling and Mikey the Cheat. Those are the 2 main TOs. And it started a couple years ago, and it's grown in popularity to the point where the tickets ran out within like 10 or 20 minutes. Like I forget how many spots there were total, I'll put it on screen. But it sold out within minutes, and Jalen almost didn't go. I was almost going to be driving there alone. Yeah, I got one of the last 3 spots. But it's pretty funny. Yeah, I didn't even describe what it is. So yeah, it's just a Smash tournament in a bunch of cabins on like a couple 100 acres of land in a forest in Arizona, in northern Arizona. So yeah, we're going to play basketball there too. So I've been practicing basketball for a year. Yeah, we're trying to win a tournament. And yeah, we're almost out of California. Do you want to show them what we're fucking dealing with? Yeah, so we're just in once we get past this big rig. We're almost in Arizona, and then we're gonna stop and get some supplies because we're actually the last of our cabin to get there. That's how it works. You have like a cabin of 10 people. We have 8 other friends there, and then yeah, so we'll check in when we get to Arizona. And yeah, you have everything you want to add or? Nah, should be fun though. Should be fun. All right, let's see you guys there. Peace. All right, vlog. We missed a step, but Jalen found walk. Alright, what's good YouTube? Oh fuck. Alright, what's good YouTube? Kony here. As you guys can see, me and Jalen are obviously on the road, and yeah, we're on the way to Smash Camp. If you guys don't know what Smash Camp is, it's a Smash tournament. It's a Smash tournament where you just camp and stay in cabins on like 100 acres. And yeah, but yeah, fucking, I don't know what the fuck we're doing. We're just wilding out right now. As you guys can see, we're pretty fucking late. Everyone else in our cabins there, we're missing cabin crews. But we got 3 hours left, we're gonna get on the road. And yeah, see you guys there, peace. So, Cabin Cruise is the first and only event of day 1, allowing time for late competitors like myself to get to Smash Camp, while also giving those that arrived on time something to look forward and compete in. As I previously stated, each cabin had 8 to 10 people in it. So, in Cabin Cruise, you selected 5 members of your cabin to participate in a single elimination crew battle bracket against the other cabins. I had been excited for Cabin Cruise, but Jalen and I were obviously way too late for that, which wasn't the biggest deal to me, as the events that were most important to me were 3v3 basketball and Melee singles. But I thought our cabin was pretty good, Push and P, representing SoCal, and I expected our team to go pretty far. Our proposed team was Soof, number 6 in the SoCal PR, followed by 2 top SoCal Arcadians, Cliche and Salami. Then followed up with any mix of Beach Bum, Sicko, or myself to finish out the squad of 5. I don't exactly know what happened. I thought our team would do pretty good, but we lost in round 1. I actually got the account of what happened for my squad, and we won't go into exact detail, but Steve started out with a strong 10 stocks before Fiction came in and took 12 stocks, including 8 stocks in a row, or 2 full opponents where he didn't lose a single stock. So, we didn't even make it past round 1. Yeah, I'd wanted to make it for cabin crews, but maybe avoiding the Fiction onslaught was a good thing. In fact, when Chillin and I finally showed up, around 11:30 p.m., cabin crews had been long over with, and things had mostly died down for the night. But before we get to our arrival, here's the rest of our journey to Smash Camp. Alright guys, we found a store on the way. We're so fucking late, bro. It's like, what time is it, Jalen? We'll put it on screen, bro. Yeah. Dude, it's so bad. Alright, I'll see you guys there. Peace. Alright, we've kind of forgot a spot, but we made it. We're here.
We're cold.
Yeah. Oh, I got a sign. Gang? Gang! Oh. Gang! Hello, gang. How you doing? Yo. Whew. So, we finally made it to Smash Camp, and I'm sure you guys are curious as to what the cabins were like, given that we had 10 Smashers crammed inside. So here's a little tour. The best footage I have of the cabin is actually from the last day when it was empty, after everyone had taken their stuff out. But, as you can see, we had 1 toilet, 1 sink, 1 shower, and 5 bunks, totaling 10 beds. Given that Jalen and I had gotten in last, we got the last bunk. That was, noticeably, a different, shittier, older make than all the other beds that were obviously constructed with wood, opposed to an old metal. Jalen straight up didn't have a ladder to get to the top bunk. But, given all the materials that I had brought, I made my spot somewhat comfortable. I had a yoga mat, followed up by layers of thick blankets, followed up by a sleeping bag, a pillow, and my face mask. So I slept as well as I could given the situation. So, that was our cabin. Push and pee, and it was located here. Aside from the Melee and basketball brackets that I'd previously talked about, there were also P+ and Rivals tournaments hosted at Smash Camp, and I'm pretty sure they're their own venue aside from the main Melee venue. That being said, I don't play those games, so unfortunately, I have no idea where they were hosted. But what I do know was this was the main road that you traveled down when you first arrived, and the main parking lot was here. As I stated, our cabin was here. I'm not going to mark them, but all the other little brown dots you see are also cabins. The Melee venue is here, and the basketball tournament was held up here. And that's the general layout of Smash Camp. By the time I'd set up my bed and moved my stuff in, my cabin was going to sleep for the night. But I went out in search of friendlies, as I hadn't been able to practice much Melee for the tournament, as I had been grinding basketball, videos, and tactical leading up to the tournament. There was a 24-hour venue for friendlies, but when I arrived, it was unfortunately almost empty, but I did find some games until around 2 AM to end the night, where I filmed this in my car and ate my Subway that we had gotten at the gas station hours ago, before finally heading to sleep. Alright, I kind of forgot to vlog day 1, but yeah, we got bracket tomorrow, and yeah, bro, I'm trying to find people to play, but everyone's asleep. It's like, yeah, it's 2 AM now, and the clock just hit 2, and after this, I just went to sleep. In the morning, I regretted going to sleep so late, as the cabin got loud pretty early, so that takes us to the morning of day 2, after I had woken up and was walking to the venue with Jalen for the Melee doubles bracket. We were running a bit late, as our cabin did have one problem that we explain here. Enjoy! Alright, we're going to fucking dubs, bro. Our cabin had so many problems, dude. We didn't have any hot water, so we're late because he took a cold shower and I went to fucking Trey's cabin to take a hot shower. But yeah, wish us luck. Peace. Team Tech Skill didn't do too great in doubles, but we weren't too bummed as we hadn't gotten to practice with the teams we would have liked, so we viewed it as a warm-up for singles bracket. We lost our first match in winners against Trey the Trash Man, who had just let me use a shower, and Secrets. So GG's to them, and in losers, we won our first match against Pimpin' Spicy and Box, before losing game 3 to Napkins and Ford. But now, onto my Melee singles pool, which took place right after doubles. Since it was just pools, I won't go into too much detail, but I lost the Secrets and winners, again, before winning my remaining 3 matches and losers to make top 32, which was on the next day. So yeah, I could finally relax for the day, as I was done with my 2 events, as I didn't have anything else scheduled until the next day. Day 3, the last and final day of Smash Camp, where I had the 3v3 basketball tournament followed up by Melee singles top 32. So, here's the rest of the day 2 footage, where I spectate Z playing his pool and show a bit of the camp and venue as I hadn't been able to record anything during my brackets. For clarification, this first clip is from right after I made it out of my pool, before Jalen's pool had even started. Alright, we made it out. We shadow realmed someone. Right, Jalen? You wanna walk out? Okay, shadow realmed. Bro, who does Chroma think he is, man? He thinks he's me. Come on, bro. I'm the OG. Oh, he hid from me. He's hiding. Alright. Say hi.
What's up?
Say hi, fast boy. Alright, YouTube, I know I really haven't vlogged much, but we made it out. So now we can finally take a little bit and relax and actually talk about what we've been doing today. Let me get down to some fucking isolation now. Alright, we got the spot. Alright, what's good, YouTube? We're pretty good. We're pretty good down here, fucking sound-wise. Yeah, so like I said, haven't been able to vlog much because it's been busy. We literally got in, as you guys saw, we got in super late the first night. Last night's only been one day. We got in super late last night. Yeah, then we woke up, we played doubles. We didn't do too well. We went 1 and 2. It was whatever, good warm-up. And then, I played singles and made it out in losers. So I got top 32 tomorrow. So I still can't fucking relax that much, but like, dude, I feel good. But yeah, I've been having fun cheering on Z. Z's doing pretty good in bracket right now. He won his first match, lost to Free Palestine, and then, yeah, he beat some ices, and now he's got one more match. I'm gonna go cheer him on, and yeah. The vlog basically starts now. Now it's like actually real. We'll be playing basketball and shit, and yeah. Kony's live in 3, 2, 1. Alright, and that was the end of Chillin's singles run, as well as the rest of my footage for day 2. But for the rest of the day, I just relaxed and played some basketball as I prepared for the final and most eventful day of Smash Camp, day 3, where I was to finally compete in the basketball tournament in top 32 of Melee singles. So, now on to basketball. I already made a 45-minute video on the 3v3 basketball tournament that I recommend you check out, so I'm not going to go over it in this video, but here's a quick 50-second teaser from the start of that video. Enjoy!
No, I genuinely thought we could win the whole time, so...
So, go watch that video if you're interested in an in-depth look at the basketball tournament, and spoilers, even though it says it in the title, I won Smash Camp basketball. Given that I had practiced basketball for over a year, I would have been devastated to drive home with anything less than first place. But, thankfully, my practice paid off and I took home the dub. Something else I want to mention, on the topic of the drive home, is that our route was going to be substantially different than the rest of our SoCal companions, as me and Chillin weren't heading back to California after this. Thankfully, instead of having to drive a full 7 hours back to SoCal late at night, after top 8, we were staying in Arizona for another week, visiting and staying with family that I have in Phoenix and then Tucson, traveling and exploring the state while also vlogging our adventures for my channel. Now, my Genesis vlog will probably get priority over that and come out first, but Chillin and I also did the same thing following Genesis, as we explored San Francisco and the California coast. So stay tuned for more vlogs, music, as well as other variety content, and give your boy a sub if you're interested in more Kony content. But back to the tournament. With basketball out of the way, it was time for me to focus on Melee singles, and I didn't have any time to warm up before my matches. I technically had an hour from when I won basketball with Aiden until bracket started at 1:30, but given that I just played 3 basketball games, I was not moving quickly. So I showered, had a quick snack, participated in some festivities, before barely making it to the venue on time, on no warm up, to play Weed Lesbian, the Zelda main. I'm notoriously bad against low tiers, so I wasn't looking forward to this, but I 3-0'd her in an awkward set in which she complained about a controller and BM me at the end. So stay tuned for that story in a bit as I tell it in more detail. But continuing through losers, I next played Zealot and got 3-0'd super hard. It wasn't close. So that was the end of my bracket run, and I was out at 17th place. Before I get into the Zelda Rage story, there are a few things I want to point out about Smash Camp. This tournament was the first one where I visibly noticed how prevalent box or frame 1 style controllers were becoming, as it seemed like there was a rectangle in almost every other setup. Funny enough, half of the tournament sets I played at Smash Camp were against rectangle users, and I ultimately lost to 2 box foxes. On the topic of how the scene is changing, my last set in doubles against Ford made me think a bit about the current state of Melee, as he's an old school Falco who's been playing since 2005, an extremely long time compared to Chillin, for example, who started in 2017. It just made me think about how when I started Melee in 2014, even though I was optimistic about its growth, I never thought it'd get as big as it is today, as I wasn't actually sure how much the scene would grow, as I never could have imagined Slippy, and as nowadays I'm an old man in the scene compared to these Slippy kids. Something that I haven't touched on yet is that Smash Camp is generally thought of as a more casual, slightly less try-hard tournament, and has a reputation for partying, as drinking and festivities are prevalent, though it can be enjoyed however you like, as it's literally hosted on a 140-acre campground that you can explore, including a lake, so you can hike, drink, game, party, relax, and enjoy it however you see fit. To set the tone on how it was more casual, in the losers bracket of my first match, my opponent was drinking a beer, in contrast to my try-hard self with my double shot espresso. Top 32 was obviously more try-hard, but the average attendee seemed to be there to relax instead of compete. But yeah, now that I have all that info out of the way, I can finally tell the story of how I got raged at in top 32. And yeah, I got a bit of a weird story. I 3-0'd her, and there was a bit of salt over the controller, and I had a very weird exchange, which I'll explain now. Also, this Halo you're gonna see happened a couple times in the last day, which is pretty unexpected. So yeah, enjoy. Yo. Alright, what's good YouTube? So it was way later in the day now. I think last I saw you guys was finishing basketball. See, obviously we won basketball, a little bit cheesy. I still feel a little weird about it. Hopefully me, Taborn, Soof, and like Jalen can play in SoCal sometime. Also, I don't know where my tripod went, so I'm just holding the camera. Also, shout out to Texas hoodie. Shout out Aiden for wearing the Texas hoodie. Oh my god, bro. Dude, I was going to my matches, and it was just fucking hailing like this. Dude, this is bad because we got to get home. We don't want the roads to be like snowed out or anything. Like actually concerned because we're like supposed to be leaving soonish. But yeah, so this is almost the conclusion of the Smash Camp vlog. I'm just going to fill you in. So like after it ends, we're still going to be in Arizona. Going to go to families in Phoenix. And then after that, going to go see my grandparents in Tucson. There's a lot of cool shit down there. There's a lot of random shit. Like, dude, there's like some like underground, like from like the Cold War era, fucking like nuke mine. I don't know what the fuck to call it, bro. Some shit like that. But dude, yeah, it's pretty beautiful out here, like where we are. Shout out to Smash Camp. I'm gonna miss this place. They just announced one for Portland, and I'm definitely planning on going to that. But it's story time. So you guys ready for bracket? So the reason it's been so long since I checked in with you guys. Also, my neck is so wet. I don't know why I thought that would work. All right, there we go. That's fire. All right, so the reason it took me so long to check in with you guys is because after basketball, there's a confusion with when we should play. So we did the twos, blah, 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 whatever. But so after basketball, I had like an hour to shower and get ready for bracket. So I showered, did some tech skill, went over, whatever. I didn't have high expectations. I didn't do tech skill, and I had to play Zelda. I'm notoriously pretty fucking bad against low tiers. Mid tiers too. Shout out to Luigi. I've gotten 6 by Luigi. Shout out to the Luigi I shadow roamed. I'm sorry, bro, that I had to do it to you, but good games. But yeah, so I played the controller modder Rien, and what's her tag? Weed Lesbian. And dude, I don't know, man. There's some memes on Twitter yesterday about, I think it was Mojo Monkey, something like that. The Mojo DK player, whatever, tweeting out the bracket match, like Cum Fox versus Weed Lesbian or whatever it was. Because it's a funny matchup, whatever. So I go to the venue, we go to sit down. There's actually some problems at the start because we can't find a setup that has sound, bro. We set up at 2 different setups that didn't have sound. It was cool. She was nice. She appeased me and went to a setup that has sound. But yeah, so then we get to the final setup. We're going to end up playing our match. And also I've ventured, like some stairs, bro. I don't know where I'm at. So we go to start our match. She's kind of having some controller issues because she has a Goomwave, and if you guys didn't know, I know a little bit. Like something like she mods controllers, so she's obviously had to do work with the Goomwave throughout the set, which I'll get to. She's complaining about how she's lost hours and money to the Goomwave, blah blah blah, because it caused her problems. Whatever. At the end of the day, I'm just there competing, but I'll get to that. So we sit down and we play game 1. Everything up to here is pretty normal. We play game 1, yeah, and then game 1 finishes. And then she starts complaining about her Goomwave, about how she says it's super casual at first. She's like, never buy a Goomwave, blah 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 blah. And I feel bad. I'm like, yeah, sorry. She needs to recalibrate it. That's fine. I didn't know what was happening at first because I remember she did like she's recalibrating it, and in the process, like clicked on a stage because like she's just recalibrating it. And I thought she was like testing an air dodge or something. They were just recalibrating it. So yeah, whatever. So they're complaining about the Goomwave, and I'm saying sorry, and I feel like I'm being pretty nice about it. And then game 2 starts, and I win game 1 for reference. Game 2 starts, and then this one starts to get a little weird. They start hitting their controller and complaining about it, kind of saying things out loud, and then it ends and they're kind of saying the same thing. And I'm just like, again, I'm like, yo, I'm super sorry, but this one I say something like, and it's not in any disrespectful way. I say, yo, I'm sorry, I've just still got to compete though. You know what I mean? And like, I'm just here to compete. Like, I got to still try. I'm sorry, your controller doesn't work, blah blah blah. And then she says, yeah, I get it. I'm a bitcher. I'm gonna bitch. Which in my head actually made me like relax a little bit. It's like, okay, this is just gonna happen, so I just got to deal with it. Because I was telling cliche, dude, it was just fucking weird, bro. Like I am, because at the end, I guess technically they gave up game 3. I almost wanted to just DQ because it was just so like, it was just so extra, bro. Like the whole, I don't know, you know, like, yeah. I feel like I've explained enough to like, I don't have to explain why it's extra. So we get on to game 3, and you guys know how it is. In front of the CRT, sometimes there's like a little bit of space. Okay, I don't know what this is. All right, let's say, all right, table with CRT on it. So she like kind of tossed it. It wasn't a yas. It was a little, it was a toss against the screen. So yeah, game 3, I was up like, I think it was only like 2-1 stocks. See, that was the thing. My friends started cheering on me. Shout out to them, by the way. I don't care. I'm not like mad at them. I remember Salam said like, let's go Kony, let's go Cum Fox. I don't remember what he said exactly. You can't say let's go Brandon nowadays, so whatever. But yeah, as soon as Salam started cheering for me, I started shaking. And I was like, yo, I hope I don't just get reverse 3-0'd off this right now. Whatever. But they were obviously very checked out too. I started like camping game 3 because it's Zelda. Like, I'm sorry, but it's fucking Zelda. When I go in, I get bared. Like, I don't want to play like that at all. If you know me, you know me. I don't want to play like that at all. But yeah, they just said unplugged. They said you can have it, and kind of like toss the controller. So like I said, at this point, I don't think there's really any beef with like me or any problems with me. And there's even like the prior like Twitter thing the other day that I just quote tweeted and said LMAO. We didn't have any exchange particularly. Running out of breath. Been walking around. But yeah, she says you can have the set, and then says something like, I wish I could play you when I have a real controller that can work. And that's super understandable. I'm like, yeah, I feel you. I wish we could too. Like, I get it. Like, I feel bad. I don't want that to happen to any competitor because I never want to have controller problems. Like, I'm a bitch with my controller. But yeah, so to conclude, as she's walking away, it's all been like, it's like somewhat cordial at this point. And then she hits me with a drive-by. Yeah, and change your fucking tag. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, I just won, dude. I don't even care. You remember? I was just like, dude, come on, what the fuck? Like, dude, we lesbian versus cum fox. Like, come on, we both have some pretty, like, funny, questionable tag. Like, nothing questionable about the, more so, like, cum fox is not offensive, you know what I mean? Like, I don't fucking know, man. I'm not gonna change my tag. If I do, it's for other reasons, not because of that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But yeah, that's basically the story. So I got the 3-0. Oh, after they walked away, gave me the drive-by, yeah, and change your fucking tag. Yeah, but after they just walked away, I turned around. I had a bunch of friends watching, to be honest. Also to mention, when Salam said we started cheering me on, I turned around and shushed him. So like I said, it was for my sake. But from just like a viewer, it looked like I was like kind of telling them to not cheer against because I knew they were having a hard time. I don't know, you know, like, dude, I was not trying to be a bad person at all. Shout out the Tech Skill Hoodie. Shout out me and Aiden today. Shout out to Jalen. But yeah, I turned around to the homies. I think I literally just went like, yeah, or something like that. And they kind of went like, yeah. So that was pretty funny. And then everyone kind of asked me for the story. I've told it like a bunch of fucking times. This is my however many time telling the story. And I honestly have no problem with Rihanna at the end of the day. It was just content. Like it happened. I've had this story to tell. Honestly, I didn't vlog much. This is the best thing content-wise as it happened to me. Because basketball was kind of weird at the end. But yeah. Oh, and then I went on to play Zealot or Zealot, however you pronounce it. I'm so sorry, bro. And he fucked me up. I just tripped on a rock. He fucked me up. It was bad. It was bad. But yeah, then I finished, and then I just hung out with the homies for a bit. Been packing, and then yeah, like I said, after this, we're gonna go to my cousins. So thankfully, dude, all the other SoCal Smashers, or wherever they're all from, like most of my friends are from SoCal, have to drive the 7 hours back after top 8 ends around 8 p.m. That sounds tough. I'm not doing that. We're going like 2 hours to Phoenix. So yeah, see you guys more up there. I gotta walk back because I've been walking this whole time. And yeah, at Kony's live in 3, 2. Also, the weather out here, bro, has been crazy. It literally stopped hailing during that whole time that like I told that story. Yeah, Kony's live in 3, 2. All right, YouTube camp's coming to an end. As you guys can see, I'm in like 3 layers. It's fucking cold as fucking night. Going over to the boys, trying to make some food on the grill after failing because it rained twice. But yeah, we're almost there. Camp's coming to an end. It's pretty good. All right, what's going on over here, squad? We get just things going well, or let me zoom out. Hell yeah. Whoa. Bro, you're ruining it. That's probably it. So we got S-Fat warming up to play Sheik, and we got his opponent. We got Spark right here, just watching him. S-Fat, you're messing up, brother. It looks like a mistake. Boys are heading out.
We're fucking out of here, bro.
Out of here.
Sick ass weekend. Smash Camp was litty.
Fuck yeah.
Litty.
Alright, that's it. It's all cleared out. We got Georgie left. Nick is waiting for Kodorin. And me and Jalen we're gonna get out of here and finally head out. It's been a good time. Had a fun tournament. Shout out to everyone I played. Shout out to everyone I talked to and met. And yeah, had a good time. Obviously not the end of the vlog, but thanks for watching. And Kony is live in 3, 2. Alright, goodbye, my Nakama. Mugiwaras unite! Alright, and that's it. That was Smash Camp. And with that, Jalen and I were off to Phoenix to spend the night with my cousins before heading to my grandparents in a remote town south of Tucson for the next 2 days. Smash Camp has been a great experience, and assuming there's another one next year, I totally recommend you go. I obviously plan on going, as I have to defend my title, as among all my memories of Smash Camp, winning basketball was by far my favorite. Funny enough, I haven't practiced basketball much since. I've been on the Smash basketball offseason, if you will. So I'm going to start trying to work out and grind again for my own enjoyment as well as for new potential basketball content. But yeah, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more content as I can try my best to get out content weekly. I said this last month, which didn't go as planned, but I've learned what I've needed to keep up a schedule. So subscribe if you're interested in more Kony content, as only 1% of my viewers sub to my channel, and drop a like or comment if you're interested in helping out the channel. Maybe let me know what content you'd like to see next. A tournament vlog, a vlog from mine and Jalen's travels, music, basketball content, etc. So, with all that out of the way, thanks for watching, have a good rest of your day or night, and Kony is live in 3, 2, wrist, yeah, iced it, tryna blow her like an ISIS, tryna go touch like a Midas, tryna glide on it like Clyde, just smoking till I get bronchitis, and I'm cold, feel like arthritis.